During this snowy day, I'm going to teach you 3 recipes in order to create the meal that I put together for my version of Washoku. This meal very much represents Japanese soul food in the way that it is hot, comforting, and easy to make. I got all of my recipes from JustOneCookbook.com, and I highly recommend checking out their other recipes. The theme I wanted to go with for this assignment was inspired by modern-day teishoku, a kind of quick and easy cuisine that is served in many restaurants in Japan. The origins of teishoku comes from narachameshi culture that originated during the Edo period of Japanese history, when restaurants began to emerge due to the high demand of a rising work population. This was because Edo had gone through the massive Meireki fire and needed to be rebuilt. As a result of this, it grew significantly as a city because people from rural areas moved to the city to help in the restoration process, and so people were in dire need of more than just snack stands. Japanese people back then used to eat 2 meals a day, but because everyone was working very hard, lunch became a crucial meal. This was when soba, udon, sushi, and tempura became popular for convenient and fast meal choices. Hence why restaurants began to emerge in the Edo period. These basic restaurants often served meals that consisted of 3 things. There was typically a vegetable dish of some kind, often pickled, a rice or carbohydrate main dish, and then a soup on the side. Following this format for my version of Washoku, I picked spinach gomae for the vegetable part, niku udon for the main course, and miso soup to complete the meal. In Canada, Japanese meat dishes are typically showered with teriyaki sauce or other kinds of westernized well-known sauces. There are also usually vegetables like broccoli or carrots or corn and peas that are used as toppings for noodle dishes. However, in Japan, more simple ingredients are preferred. The seasoning I'm using for this broth is only made of sugar, soy sauce, and mirin. Occasionally, bamboo shoots or narutomaki or even seaweed is used to top traditional Japanese noodle dishes, but most times it's very simple. Just a sprinkle of chopped green onion is enough to add a splash of color and make the dish pleasing to look at. When I think about beef noodles in soup in North America, I almost never think of niku udon first. A sort of similar but very popular Asian dish that is seen all over Canada and America is pho, a Vietnamese beef noodle dish. Though they could both be categorized as beef noodles in soup, the process and taste profile of pho is much more complicated. The broth is more refined where there is a far longer ingredient list, as well as extremely distinct spices and herbs that contribute to the flavor. Niku udon is simpler and reflects the work culture back in the Edo period, where dishes had to be made and served quickly. While both noodles are made of rice, udon is denser and chewier with more texture, while pho noodles are flatter, smoother, and made to soak up broth. Finally, the beef on top of niku udon is traditionally always cooked first, while the beef in pho is infamous for being partially raw. I chose this meal for my version of Washoku not only because they represent a time in Japanese food history, but also because all 3 dishes can be made using similar seasonings. All you basically need is sugar, soy sauce, salt, and mirin. I hope that you make them because they're very comforting and easy to whip up with things you probably already have in your house. Good luck and happy eating!